Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another game console repair video. This one is a do-it-yourself failure, and I thought I must record this. Telltale sign that you don't know what you're doing is if you think that thermal paste and thermal putty are interchangeable. See how they filled in the gaps of thermal putty with thermal paste? They must have had a lot of thermal paste, because holy thermal paste, Batman. That is a lot of thermal paste. I mean, hey, as long as there's enough, right? Except I don't think they cleaned off the old thermal paste from the die before they put new ones on. Anyway, hey, this system turned on, but it did not output video, and we'll show you why here in just a second. Hey, you know, I don't mean to sound condescending that someone would try to repair this themselves. I mean, half the reason I make these videos is that you can acquire the knowledge to do it yourself. But here's the thing, okay? I'm not going to get a lot of views on this video. And you know why? It's because there are like 1,000 videos, probably more, on YouTube of how to replace an HDMI port on an Xbox Series X. So, if you are, man, I'm just trying to clean up all this crap. If you are, you know, do-it-yourself minded, there's really no reason to just have at it without educating yourself on the process at all. And that's what I kind of think, what makes this whole thing ridiculous is, with the wealth of knowledge out there, why attempt repairing this stuff completely uneducated? Because even if you're not an expert, you know, it doesn't take a lot of YouTube education to figure out that thermal paste isn't the same thing as thermal putty, or that bridging all 19 pins on the HDMI connector is not going to result in a working video output. So here I am just trying to get all this crap off of there. What's up, dude?
I have a lawyer on the phone. There was an accident back here with a pedestrian in a car. They're asking if we have any, if we might have any footage of it. They said it was like 10 to 15 days ago.
A lawyer. I would only be inclined to release video footage to the police, not to civilians of any kind, regardless of their profession.
Okay.
So, truthfully, if it's 2 weeks ago, it might be looped already on the outdoor cameras. But
right.
I would only submit a request to the police department, not to a civilian.
Okay.
Okay. Let's take a look under the microscope. All right, there you go, folks. This is a dope effort. They just threw enough solder down to connect all the pins. And, well, that's not going to work. And then they additionally seem to make a mess. Like, here's a little bit of solder. Here's a nice streak of solder. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to spot all the solder splashes that they got around here. But we're going to start with removing this port and see if there's any damage to the board, or if replacing this is going to be hopefully easy. Okay, here we go with the heat. Fume extractor's on, and I'm heating from underneath. We're going to flux this up, try to get some meltage going on. I'm running out of flux, but I should be able to get this port off. Alright, we're just gonna, well, I usually like to throw a little bit of leaded solder in on the legs. I don't know what kind of solder they use, so maybe it'd be a good idea. Oh, Whatever they use stinks. Gosh, I gotta get this fume extractor as close as I can. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Okay. They must have been using plumber's flux or something. Plumber's solder. Alright, let's try and loosen up these anchors here. And it's not going in super good. Huh. Usually I'd be able to get this to go in pretty okay at this point. Oh, there we go. Alright. What kind of damage we got here? Ah, only one. That's almost shocking. Okay, I like to get this thing off because it just gets in the way. Alright, just pin 19. That one goes underneath. Here, I'm gonna wick this up. Oh, see how nasty brown it's turning? I'm betting they use plumber's flux. Plumber's flux. I don't know. I mean, it might get the job done. It didn't in these guys' case. Nasty brown color. I know I have electrical soldering experience, not a lot of plumbing soldering experience, but I did do my own pipe retrofitting for my kitchen last fall, and I'll tell you, the thing I hate most about sweating pipes is there's basically no fume extractor. I mean, I'm sitting here on my soldering bench and I got fume extractor that's pumping all this nasty chemicals and smell right to the outside. Okay, so what I did was scrape a little bit of the solder mask here on the trace for the pin 19, and I'm going to try to install a wire there. First thing I'm going to do is try to get some solder to attach to the board there. That'll work. Then I need to get my wire and see about soldering that wire right there. Now I want to tin my wire right there. Good. Alright, I want to tin all these pads. And I want to pre-fill my holes. And do these little guys too. Alright, so let's put some solder where we want solder to be. It's okay that those don't go into the hole yet, because it will when we put heat underneath the board. Right now I'm just trying to give it some solder to go in when I apply the heat. I want a little bit more right there. Oh, you know, I just realized that I didn't finish telling my story because I had recording troubles. But sweating copper pipes for plumbing, it's not terribly difficult, but it's stinky. I don't know what they do for fume extraction. I mean, that stuff is super toxic and not something you want to be breathing in. I wouldn't want to make a career out of that. This might be one of the reasons why shark bite and PEX is getting so popular. Okay, so I have a replacement port here, and we're gonna heat this sucker up and drop it on. Okay, let's drop that in. And it needs to seat. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna put some more flux. I'm gonna add a little bit more heat. Max heat. I don't know, this one's not seating real nice. I want the solder to flow nicely. That's better. Okay. Now I'm gonna hold a little bit of pressure here as I remove the heat. Okay. Very nice. Let the board cool down a little bit. Very good. Okay, attention class. What I would like you to do is draw your attention to my wire here, and I left a bit of a tail on it, and I can see that it is just perfectly attached on the end there, and I can kind of drag the wire around and see that it's not moving from that pin, which is perfect. So now I'm just going to cut it. Maybe. I really should buy a better knife for this. I just use like Harbor Freight snap knife. There it goes. Perfect. Now I'm going to clean this mess up. Okay, so we're satisfied with the soldering work of the HDMI port. It's nice and sturdy. I'm gonna get this put back together and we'll make sure that it works. This is a travesty, okay? We went across the street to the Mexican grill. I mean, they're not real Mexican food, but this is pretty good. They sell chips for $2.99, right?
Chips, it was like $1.30 when I went a couple weeks ago for just a bag of chips.
$1.30 for a bag of chips 2 weeks ago. And today, new policy. Oh, I should mention, we're just getting chips because we have some dope homemade salsa that he got from the farmer's market. New policy, Cafe Rio. You can't buy just chips. You have to buy chips and salsa. And be like, dude, we don't want your salsa. We got good salsa right here. Salsa. You know, all you're gonna do, this is what your new policy does, Cafe Rio. You're gonna just send us to the supermarket to buy chips instead of to your establishment. Because if you only want chips, you only want chips. It's like going to buy the tortillas and them telling you, no, you have to buy a quesadilla. Like, you have to buy the cheese too. And like, dude, I only want the... Yeah, okay, I digress. You know what? I got this all set up. This is what we call the moment of truth. Give it some power. HDMI cord somewhere. Why am I always losing that HDMI cord? Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. And I guess I should throw a channel up. Okay. And the power button. And if all goes according to plan, we should see it pop up on the TV right now. And it's not. We got more problems than just an HDMI port. And that's what I worry about when it comes to repairing do-it-yourself repair stuff. Is like, what else did he damage that now I'm not getting any power to that HDMI port or signal? That sucks. Alright, let me grab a tester. Okay, this is going to give me some more knowledge. Alright, we have power. Nothing's going to the TV though. I'm mad. Where's my other little tool? Have you seen it recently, the little chipmunk?
Last I saw, it was right there.
It's getting power. It wasn't getting power in the first place. So now what? I'm getting everything reading properly here. Maybe my capture card's not working.
Did it work to the TV?
I haven't tested it to the TV. I was testing it live.
Live?
Well, it's a recording, but alright. I will be right back. I tell you, it's unbelievable when you're trying to make a professional recording, and now my capture card's not working on that slot, but I show you here, the Xbox turned on like instantly. I gotta troubleshoot my recording setup. But hey, we're done. Give me a thumbs up for recording this. You know I didn't have to, but I wanted to because I enjoy sharing knowledge. Drop a comment, let me know what you think. Hit the subscribe button, and we'll do another fun repair in the next video.